Shamith Maharaj, the CEO of CipherWave, joins us for this episode of What's Next. Hello, Shamith. It's good to see you again. It's been a busy start to 2024, I imagine, for you. The holidays of December are a thing of the past, right? It's a distant memory.
Good day, Aki. Great to see you again. Thanks for having me on the show.
No, it's great to see you. Listen, you've been busy since this year started. You recently announced a new strategy and direction at CipherWave. Why did you feel you needed to make these particular changes?
Aki, I believe we have to pivot as a business, right? Going into a new financial year and looking at what the global markets are currently doing, we can see the global markets are under tremendous pressure. From a South African landscape perspective as well, our South African GDP forecast is just over 1%, right? So as a business, we need to pivot to ensure that we are relevant and we are taking the corrective actions needed to accelerate the revenue growth for our business. Now, in the South African landscape today, there's very healthy competition. So we need to also look at how do we reposition our business, okay, more as a value creator instead of being a price disruptor in the market. Now, it has become evident and very key for us as a business that we want to be an enabler of enablers, where we have the ability to provide an end-to-end secure application experience to our customers. Now, this will add lots of value, not just to our customer, but to the market, in general. With the technology shifts we're seeing as well, where businesses are moving more towards AI-driven technologies. As a business, CipherWave, believes we have to pivot and we need to be able to support and accelerate our customers' digital transformational journey. So based on these factors, it was imperative that we realign certain of these strategic objectives that we have in place.
Okay. So I want to just backtrack over there because you mentioned that you now consider yourself an enabler of enablers. What on earth does that mean, and why is this what you've chosen to become? What was the reason?
Aki, in terms of being an enabler of enablers, it's more a mind shift change, right? It's a mind shift change from one of being a competitor and competing in the market to one where we want to co-create and partner, in the market to provide maximum value across all the market segments. And these market segments include, but not limited to, the SME markets, the reseller, enterprise, as well as the wholesale carrier markets. We also see that, the South African market right now is sitting in a very volatile, uncertain, complex, and in some instances, ambiguous state. So as a business, we need to be able to reinvent ourselves and reposition ourselves in the market to be able to be a successful entity where there's a much shorter business cycle.
Okay, now that makes a lot of sense. So you're basically adapting to the market changes, these dynamic market changes, and it's changing very quickly. Now, you have said a key focus is embracing NextGen AI-driven solutions. Now, could you provide some examples of these kind of solutions that you spoke about?
Absolutely, Aki. So as a business, we will keep our product family intact. But what we are doing is transitioning the product and services and solutions we have today more into a next generation state. So I'll give a few examples. From a connectivity layer, we are moving more into a SDN or software defined market. We're looking at more SASE-based solutions, which is secure access service edge solutions. And we see this is adding value, and it's not just providing a connectivity layer. From a cloud perspective, we've made a massive investment in our own private cloud, and we have access into all the major hyperscalers in Africa. Now, one of the key areas that we are looking at pivoting and changing from a cloud perspective would be adopting more software as a service solutions. The end goal for us, or the ambition for the business, is to eventually get to a state where we have X as a service, meaning everything as a service, and that's the value the customers and the market wants to see today. From a traditional voice perspective, we're looking at how do we transition our voice solutions more into a unified communications solution. And what that means, Aki, is how can we integrate what we have into the latest and greatest, including chatbots, including messaging solutions, including social media. And finally, we believe security is at the heart of what we do. So we would embed security across the value stream of that solution that we take to market.
Now, you've focused on supporting customers both at the physical and the application layers, as you mentioned. What are the benefits of this multi-layered approach?
There are a few benefits, Aki, and I think I'll start with firstly, creating a single pane of glass view into the customer. That's very important. So that allows for centralized accountability. It forces accountability where we can have the right structure in place, the right focus areas, helps the business prioritize. The accountability is very clear, and it allows for clinical execution end to end. Right. A very key area that we see benefit is in terms of resolving issues quicker, and that's going to reduce costs to the customer and to their business. And lastly, this is potentially the most important area is, having centralized view into that business allows us to ensure the solutions we take, which are customer driven, customer led, is able to pivot as the customer's business evolves downstream in the future. So that for us is very key.
It's so interesting you talk about these new changes. They're absolutely fascinating. But when you look at security and you look at how customers and corporations discuss security today, it's paramount. I mean, security is probably the biggest risk to business. So when you're making these big changes to your business, I guess that ensuring your security remains top-notch is critical, right? How's this process been for you guys? What's the adaptation been? What have you seen and what have you learned?
For us as a business, we include security in all our products, right, across the value stream. I'll use an example. When we talk cloud, we talk security by default. So, having access to customers' data, we have to ensure that data, has the highest levels of security built in. It's easily accessible when needed. We have the backups in place. We have the controls in place, working closely with our internal security teams as well as the security OEMs. Security for us is an ongoing improvement area. There's going to be daily threats on a global level. And as a business, we must be able to pivot. So, it's not going to be a once-off investment. Security is an ongoing investment that needs to be made. We have to look at it from a business continuity perspective internally for CipherWave, as well as for our customers. And in terms of our continual service improvement initiatives for the customer, this becomes absolutely imperative, and it becomes a very key focus area for CipherWave.
Now, a big part of CipherWave's new strategy involves expanding into the rest of Africa. This is very interesting for me. How does this benefit CipherWave and its clients, and how are you with your execution of this strategy?
We believe Africa is open for business. We see major value, major potential and opportunity in the African market. Now, from a CipherWave perspective, we are looking at this as being a very key enabler to support our business to accelerate our revenue growth ambitions. For our customers, Aki, it enables our customer to work with a trusted South African entity who's able to bill them in local South African currency. Okay.
Right.
And we become the trusted single service aggregator, taking away all the complexity away from the customer. As their business scales across the African continent, we then enable them to focus on their core business functions whilst we manage the back end for them. And that's the value for both CipherWave as well as our customer. From a enablement perspective, as it is today, we as CipherWave have access to strategic data centers across the African continent. We have access to undersea cable capacities, and these are the building blocks for us to be able to provide quality service to our existing customer base as they venture into Africa, as well as net new customers who entrust their business with us.
Oh, that's great news. Well, look, I mean, you guys have got a fantastic name when it comes to the customer-centric approach. CipherWave, you hear of great customer experience. Now, when you make these kind of big strategy changes that you've just told us about, it can be quite easy to lose sight of what is really important, right? Servicing your customers. how ensuring that you continue the trajectory of your fantastic customer-centric approach? Will that not change or be affected? Because I guess, what I'm saying is, as organizations get bigger, that customer-centric approach gets affected as well. And what's your strategy around that?
Yeah, firstly, us, Aki, our customers at the heart at everything we do as a business. Our solutions are customer led, it's customer driven. We create solutions that add value to our customers as well as to the market. From a capability perspective, we've got very strong fulfillment and assurance capabilities. We as a business are constantly investing in our people to ensure that they are able to support our customers, right? And I think, Aki, that the most important thing, and this has been the hallmark of CipherWave for the last 14 years, and this will continue being a hallmark of our business going forward, is the ability of CipherWave to listen to our customer, okay? To have that proactive quality engagement with our customer and to ensure that whatever we build and take to market, we do it with the customer in mind, and it's about adding value to our customers and enabling their businesses. Thank you, Aki.
That's amazing. Well, listen, Shamith, it's wonderful to see how CipherWave has grown from strength to strength. You've got a very interesting trajectory. You're going into the rest of Africa. It's wonderful to see the growth and how you guys are adapting to these changes. Thank you very much for your time, Shamith Maharaj, who is the CEO of CipherWave, joining us for this episode of What's Next. Shamith, thank you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.